Last year, I did this segment called Labrynth to Lord Stanley. It featured NHL highlights and recaps of all the best teams in the NHL from the first face-off of the NHL playoffs to the very moment where the Chicago Blackhawks hoisted the Stanley Cup over the Boston Bruins. 40 days of YouTube videos, and it's going to be more intense this year. There's going to be more teams, there's going to be more 7-game series, and I think we're going to have at least more than 40 days of videos. I'm going to guess 50, but I don't want to push it at this point. It's really too early to say what's going to happen. And last year was fun because guys like Clayton O'Connor, Greg Mezzi, Tim Konerick, Rob Orr, who's one of our newer fans, and Anthony Foltz commented on our videos. We had Tim Zarin too. A lot of fun people that I went to high school with supported me and commented on these videos last year. And I want to thank you guys now because I feel like kind of a jerk for not thanking you last year. But let's get straight into the highlights. Let's dive into the action. Last night, the Montreal Canadiens faced the Tampa Bay Lightning, and this game was a doozy. It was a duel. There was penalty killing. There was goal scoring. It was a barn burner, but in the end, Dale Weeks took the game for the Montreal Canadiens. Stamkos did well with 2 goals, looking like his old self in dominant fashion. And I can't remember the last time Stamkos started the playoffs this well. It was when the Lightning made the Eastern Conference Finals. And Tampa Bay has to come out strong. They have to win Game 2 and even the series. Otherwise, Montreal could end this in 5 or 6 games. I just feel like they kept up with Montreal, went neck and neck. They made this game a lot more exciting than I thought it was going to be. Lars Eller did well with a goal. The second game, Columbus deserves to get swept for playing so mediocre. They were up 3-1, and they blew the lead to the Penguins. Matt Niskanen did well with a goal and an assist, and Crosby did well. Malkin began the game early with an assist, but you cannot play like that and expect to win. And the Penguins did a nice job. They rallied back. They won 4-3, and they were the better of the two teams. The Pittsburgh Penguins will win Game 1. They'll have a lot of confidence heading into Game 2 on Saturday with that 2-day resting period, and they should be able to take a 2-0 lead in that series. Wins when you trail 3-1 in Game 1 on your home ice at Consol Energy Center against the Columbus Blue Jackets, and you come back to win 4-3. That momentum is infectious. It carries over, and I didn't expect Evgeny Malkin to play in Game 1, but he did. He surprised me. I still doubt Marc-Andre Fleury's goaltending as these playoffs progress, but I think Penguins fans don't have to worry about losing the Columbus Blue Jackets if they were slightly concerned, because Pittsburgh delivered and played much better than you expected. The third game featured the Anaheim Ducks and the Dallas Stars. The Ducks took a 4-0 lead before Dallas scored, and I wanted to watch this game at Ginger Hill, but there was a beer pong tournament, and instead of blaming Ginger Hill, I'm going to blame the troll for this one. Sorry, Bettman, it's like this. If you want to fix the game and you want Dallas to lose, make sure to get these players drunk before the game. Okay, and then make sure to air the game on TV. That would be more entertaining than just like regular. You know what? Forget that. I don't want my guys getting drunk, but it's like I don't like the fact that I couldn't watch the game last night, and hopefully they'll get that right on Friday. And if they don't, oh well. It means Phoenix deserved the 8th seed, and we robbed them of that because we took care of business in the regular season. Like superstars, because Dallas took care of Phoenix. But that's that for this highlight segment. And today there are 4 games. Flyers, Rangers, and Blackhawks Blues will be airing at the same time on national television. I'll be able to catch a glimpse of the first period between the Flyers and the Rangers, and putting those two head-to-head is a bad move for the NHL. I think the Blues game should be at 9:30 right after the Flyers-Rangers game, and I think Minnesota and Colorado should be the 8 p.m. game because I think those are the 2 best games, like in terms of what first-round matchup you want to see the most. Flyers, Rangers, and Blackhawks, Blues would be the 2 matchups most fans would want to see the most. So putting those two against each other to compete for ratings is bad business. Having the Flyers, Rangers, because the later games, some fans are going to tune out for the later games between Minnesota, Colorado, and Los Angeles, San Jose because they have to go to bed. Are they pussies for doing that? Somewhat. To some extent, they are pussies. They are biased hometown pussies. But that doesn't change the fact that it's Lord Stanley, and people who root for the hometown thing, our team are going to think like that. But still, I think putting Blackhawks Blues at 9:30 p.m. would have been better for the league. CNBC would have been able to beat NBC Sports in the quest for the ratings, but NBC Sports Network is the house. They always win, and CNBC loses because they air shows like Mad Money, and they put fear-mongering and other crap on CNBC. Nothing against CNBC, but most people watch hockey on NBC Sports Network. And because there's an ordeal of games airing, they have to air some of the opening round games on CNBC. And this is why I think we need a second major network besides NBC. It's just, I want to be able to watch these games on other networks and not be limited to these two networks. But NBC knows that the hockey's getting the ratings right now, and they're smart. They're capitalizing on this. NBC was smart to capitalize on basketball in the 90s when it was at its prime, and then they got rid of basketball at the right time before the game declined compared to the previous days. And they've got Sunday Night Football back, so NBC really knows what they're doing when it comes to covering sports properly. That being said, I just think that this was a bad choice to put the Blackhawks Blues game at 8 p.m. And yes, it's okay to boo the troll. This is the playoffs. This is Lord Stanley. So my winners for tonight, I'm going to have the Rangers surprising people taking Game 1. I think the Flyers will win it in 5 or 7, but I think the Rangers come out strong tonight. They take Game 1. The Blues will win Game 1, but I still think the Blackhawks end up taking the series in 6 games. But I think the Blues end up taking the first game, and they make me a little nervous. They make me a little scared. Minnesota, Colorado, I already predicted a sweep for the Colorado Avalanche, and Kings, Sharks, I'm going to have the Sharks taking Game 1, even though I think the Kings will win this series in 7. But it'll be a fun night of hockey. There'll be some other hockey games on. And thanks for watching this intense video. See you later.